Work, kid.
Ding, ding. American League.
Juggernauts. Dude, pool houses in American League now. You got a 10-year deal or a 9-year deal?
I think he was 10, wasn't he? 10, 240.
It's a long time for these guys who are over
10, 243, something like that.
I think over 30.
Yeah,
It's like at least 30.
at least
They're
they're
paying him $25 million, he's 40.
at least not.
Kind of like Yankee.
I was gonna say, man, 27 million, at least 45. Like we are.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, Vig, let's talk about the junior circuit in the American League, or in the baseball. Is it junior circuit, the American League? Or is
Yes.
it, yes, that's what I thought.
Yes.
National League's the senior circuit.
Yes.
And pulled a little statistics out, or facts for you guys.
Factoids.
Factoids, for trivia. Junior circuit, the American League, baseball has gotten very good this offseason.
Stud-like.
I mean, stud-like. It's crazy. We were talking before, you've probably seen the video, that Prince Fielder has recently gone from the National League Milwaukee Brewers, right up to the Detroit Tigers here in the American League.
Yep.
Another big bat, Albert Pujols, going from the world champion Cardinals all the way over to the, what's that team, the Angels, California?
Yu Darvish signed with Texas.
Yu Darvish,
some talent.
Exactly. He could have went anywhere. He's there.
Yep.
So really, it's and all the American League teams are really making themselves better. The teams that were big last year. The Rangers, the Tigers, the Yankees, the Angels. I guess everybody's up to the crappy Red Sox.
The Rays will be there again.
Rays will be there with just youth and excitement and energy. Good management.
Pitching.
Yeah, pitching it kills them. So I really want to hand it over here to you, Vic. To Vic, sorry.
Yeah.
Handicap the American League for me a little bit. Tell me who really got better. Who do you think's the favorite? Give me some impressions.
So I'm still really high on the Rays because, as great as everyone says Joe Maddon is for being such a genius, he's the only guy, probably in baseball, that knows who he's handing the ball to every day. He's got 5 legit under 28 years old starters.
Yeah.
Including Matt Moore, so who's like the new stud, who was fantastic down the stretch last year. So I think the Rays will be there. Gotta love the Yankees for making the feisty move. Although our heart breaks from losing Jesus Montero, the savior. We did bring in Pineda. We did sign Kuroda. So we have 4 of our starting positions locked down. We have 3 guys competing for 1 role. Number 5 starter. You gotta like that.
Yeah.
So I like the Yankees in the Rays. Okay, so I like the Yankees and or the Rays winning the AL East, and the other one gets the wild card. Okay. Obviously, the Angels. You got like the Angels. They still have Herron. They still have Weaver at the top of their rotation, and now they added Pujols to lock down first base for the next decade.
C.J. Wilson. Don't forget that. That's the 3rd top flight starter.
Gotta love. I mean, you really gotta love the moves that they made and the money they spent.
Yeah.
And then Detroit lost Victor Martinez, replaced him basically with Prince Fielder. I see a little bit as a wash because offensive player for offensive player. So I really see it coming down to the usual suspects, and it's just a crapshoot in the playoffs.
Yeah, I would kind of agree. I'm feeling pretty good about the Yankees right now because our offense is going to be there. We love Montero. You know how much we love Montero if you've gotten to this video, but we didn't have him for last year. He's not the reason we won the AL East last year. Really, we would have won the AL East without Montero last year. Yeah. We can do it again, and we did upgrade our pitching. Yeah. I'm really coming around on the Pineda bandwagon. I think he can do a lot for us. I actually, I'm really kind of upset that we had to give up Hector Noese for the deal because I think he was valuable. But I think by bolstering our starting rotation, now we're going to have some more chips in the bullpen.
Don't sleep on Kuroda.
Right, there you go. Because I think Kuroda's going to be decent. I think a guy like Phil Hughes, who, hey, I'm hoping he wins the 5th spot.
Me too.
But if not, now we got Garcia. Now we got Burnett possibly in the bullpen. Who knows what's going to happen there? Yeah. But with Burnett. But either way, I like the way the Yankees look. I'm really worried about the Angels. Really are. Because now you got the top 3 pitchers, the Herron, Weaver, and C.J. Wilson. Wilson's not an ace. I think we all know that. But Herron's as close to it as you can, and Weaver is an ace. So, when you get into the playoffs, especially a 5-game series, and you're seeing those guys, that's tough, even for the Yankees with what they have in their offense. Plus, now you add a Pujols to the mix. That's the team I'm worried about. And I also think a lot of people are looking past the Rangers. And we like to say in the AL East that whatever team doesn't win the division is going to get the wild card. I'm not so sure this year. Remember, the Rangers and the Angels are both in the AL West, and I could see both of those teams winning 90+ games this year. It might be a battle for who's going to get that wild card spot this year. It might actually not be an AL East team for once.
But do you think it will be?
Tough for me to say. I'll buck the trend. I'll say no. I'll say Yankees win the division with 96 wins.
Okay.
Okay. I'll say the Angels have 95 wins, and the Rangers have 93 wins, and the Rays have 92. I'll take that order, and I'll say
In Central?
I'll take Tigers.
Big
I mean, I think that's easy. You know what I mean?
Twins, White Sox, not impressing you?
They're going downhill.
Okay.
White Sox had a lot of transition in management.
Yep.
There happened. I just don't think they're that great of a team.
Yep.
Twins have kind of been riding that. They're almost like the Rays 5 years too late. With them. They had their young players come up and play big, and now they're kind of like they're Morneau and who's that other guy? DM.
The M&M brothers.
Yeah, Morneau and the other M are just not as great as they were, in 2008. So, for me, they're not really even into play. I wouldn't be surprised if Detroit wins 97 games. Playing 16 times against those jokers.
Mauer.
That's it.
How about Mauer's fall off?
Unreal.
I mean, it really has been startling, almost to the point where, you hate to say it, but almost to the point where you ask yourself, was he doing something that was kind of under the table? Because he went from being the best player in the league this side of Albert Pujols to can't hit a home run.
Right.
And it's not just a ballpark.
No.
6, 7 home runs. You don't go from 40 to 6 or 7.
Yeah, it's really not good what happened there, and which is all the more reason to why Detroit's going to make the playoffs out of the Central.
So you say Yankees, Tigers, Angels, Rangers. So you've seen the Rangers over the Rays. Okay.
Because I think Yu Darvish is going to be big. Don't forget him. I think he's a suitable replacement for C.J. Wilson.
So you must think, though, that the Rays don't have the offense, though.
Oh, absolutely.
If
you really want to get into the nitty-gritty of it.
Offense.
And I think the other problem is with the Rays, and I've said this before about the American League East teams, is, the Rangers and the Tigers and the Angels, they don't have to play the Yankees and the Red Sox 16 times a season. And Toronto is also still upgrading themselves. And the Rays do.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, they've played a much tougher season-long schedule than those teams, which is why I think they'll get beat up by 2 wins, and that's enough.
In the AL East, Toronto went 500 last year.
Right, there you go. And they were, by far, the worst team in the division.
Well, except for Baltimore.
Well, okay. Who cares about
Baltimore? You put Toronto in the National League, they would have a good chance to go to the World Series.
Absolutely.
That's really the difference between American League East and the rest of the division.
Yeah, a few months to find out, but I think that's where it's going to roll out to. I got thrown as soon as the phone started ringing.
You did. You got to roll through it, man.
I didn't handle that well.
They're talking in your ear the whole time in ESPN. All right, man, let's talk Knicks.